Dear God, it has been so long since I've been excited for a Battlefield video game, but Battlefield is officially back as EA has dropped a brand new reveal trailer for Battlefield 6. We got buildings collapsing, bridges are blowing up, war on the home front, and so much more to talk about, and we are going to be breaking this all down. We're talking about what you missed, how the community is reacting, and maybe the biggest question surrounding this video game is, are we witnessing the EA and Battlefield Redemption arc firsthand? Let's dive into this because this trailer is incredible. I mean, Battlefield 6 is obviously trying to set up some very deep cinematic stories with this game. You know, we're seeing like a State of the Union. They're not showing the president's face. They're taking that camera. They're zooming in on the bloody and bruised knuckles. They're zooming in on his grip and just making you realize how intense this situation is going. And we're getting all these shots and it's building up tension with the State of the Union. And then boom, helicopter flies through the building. Guns start flying. Tanks rolling in the streets. Cities are crumbling. And there is a lot to take away from this trailer, but I feel like the clip that everyone is talking about, we got to dive into this. They attacked the Brooklyn Bridge. We don't know who attacked it. Maybe we attacked it ourselves. Maybe we were like, man, they taking over Brooklyn. We got to cut our losses. They're on their own. Blow up the Brooklyn Bridge. But yeah, in this trailer, I think the absolute glory shot of the entire trailer, Brooklyn Bridge being destroyed. And we also see what looks like Coney Island. You got some smaller suburbs, so maybe the Bronx will be a part of it. And based off everything we're seeing, I hate to assume here, but I gotta say New York City is probably going to be a big part of this game's campaign, and I'm here for it. The other area that you can see during this trailer is Egypt, right? We see the Egyptian pyramids in the background, and players are going to be in a gunner position on a helicopter shooting down, which Egypt would be a dope multiplayer map. Right, obviously we haven't seen any of the multiplayer modes for this game, but you're telling me I could like dive into Cairo and then like shoot and you got dust storms going on. Maybe I can ride on a camel with an assault rifle and plow people down. Maybe there's a sniper over on the pyramids just picking off our enemies. I'm all here for that. And when you look at like the next level gameplay that Battlefield brings, Egypt does feel like one of the best locations for a current generation Battlefield video game. Now, as we mentioned, Battlefield, it's known for the crazy moments, but it's also known for its aerial combat as well. And this trailer does show off a Top Gun-style dogfight over the Alps, which I've got to say the aerial side of this game has always been the fun part for me, right? When you're playing the multiplayer games and you're strafing the battlefield, we always get those crazy clips where the tryhards are jumping out of their planes, shooting off RPGs, and then landing back into their planes. I love that Battlefield is not abandoning the sky, and I think it's super cool that we're getting more of that gameplay here. The trailer also showed like a bunch of urban stealth missions, which for one, look, I'm here for it because I love me some run and gun battles, some absolute chaotic moments, but clearing alleyways, breaching buildings, and staying to the shadows, it's always a good addition to kind of mix up the rhythm of this game. And as far as the scale goes, right, very little is known about this game, but I gotta say, it looks massive. I mean, we have to remember that Battlefield is not just like a small lobby. These are 128 player battles with fully destructible buildings. You got combat in air, in the sea, and on ground, and based off the leaks that we've heard from early playtesters, we know that Battlefield 6 will return to in-game classes. So Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon, all of that is coming back. And so you take all of that, you combine it with what we're seeing here, and then you also know this is going to be a next-gen graphic-style game because we're ignoring PlayStation 5, we're ignoring the Xbox One, we're fully focusing on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I don't know how, as a fan of first-person shooters, you can't look at this trailer and be intrigued. I mean, there are still a lot of unknowns surrounding this game, and I will be the first to admit that. But as a fan of first-person shooter games, when I saw this trailer, I couldn't, like, all I could say was that this game looks really good, and I cannot wait to see more of this. Like, it looks absolutely awesome. Now, Battlefield 6 also marks kind of a new era for EA because this is a multi-studio project. It's being made by Battlefield Studios, which is made up of DICE, Criterion, Motive, and Ripple Effect. From my understanding, Motive took over the campaign. DICE is apparently working on the multiplayer, and the rumor is that Ripple is working on a free-to-play mode, which a lot of people are assuming is going to be the Battle Royale mode. And this game is built on the beautiful Frostbite engine. And that's what makes these Battlefield games and Battlefront video games look so beautiful. Like, I would even say Battlefront 2, even though that's a PlayStation 4 game to this day, is one of the most beautiful first-person shooter games of all time. And you look at the Frostbite engine, and you know, like, we're getting improved destruction, we're getting better physics, and more realistic combat scenarios because we're talking about newer hardware. And again, you get excited about that. But enough for me. I mean, let's dive into the socials and go over to Reddit and kind of see what people have said about this game, because Reddit has lit up since Battlefield 6 was revealed. And you got comments from people saying, like, this looks epic. We're entering into our Battlefield 3 era again. And things like, this is the Battlefield that we've been begging for. If EA doesn't fumble, they might beat Call of Duty right now. Even Windows Central, Jez Corden, came out and was like, Battlefield 6 has a real chance to be a better option for first-person shooter fans than the cartoonish Call of Duty video games. In fact, this trailer was so well received for EA and Battlefield that in the first hour, the trailer received more likes on YouTube than the Black Ops Call of Duty Black Ops 7 trailer did in one day. So EA already has made a great impression, and we have more news coming as EA is teasing a Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal stream coming out on July 31st. So obviously, we'll be talking a lot about that. But seeing that we're talking about the internet and leaks are all the rage in 2025, EA's legal team has already dropped like a bunch of information about this game, because like we already saw on documents that Battlefield 6 is targeting a October 11th of 2025 release date. EA is also planning on opening an open beta that a lot of people are suspecting we might see like right after the reveal, which I think would be super cool. You get the multiplayer reveal and then like come try out the game today, kind of building that same like Apex Legends hype level that you're going. I, for one, I can't wait. I've always loved the Battlefield video games. I love their scale. I love the variety of gameplay styles that you have within that game. And I will be paying very close attention to this game. And this story is obviously going to continue to develop. So if you want more Battlefield 6 news, make sure to stick right here at the NERF Report and NERF Gaming News, because we will have you covered.